Hi, Mr. Doss.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, you?
Good. Good.
Hi.
Today's the big day. We get to do our project. Woo! All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Yep. Yep. All right. All right. I think we got enough people we can get rolling, and I'll let people in as they come in. So let's see here. I don't see Michael. So no Michael again. Imana's here. No Warren. Sonia's here. Leah's here. Samara's here. Samaya's here. Jessica's here. Taryn is not here yet, but I know she's here today. There's Cedric. No Jonathan. Armory. Armory, are you here? No. Oh. Okay, Carla just got Trinity's here. Symphony. No. Ellie, yes. Carla, yes. Kupa, yes. Pilar, yes. Catherine, yes. Peyton, I don't see Peyton. No Peyton. Christ is here today. So here, then Kamari, yep. And Desi, nope. Jalicia, nope. And wait, what? Uh-oh. Who did I skip? Oh, Adriana. So Desi, Jalicia. Um, all right. So we are good to go. Let's see here. Today it's going to be important, you guys, that you have your cameras on because we're going to be working in groups. You're going to get put into breakout rooms with each other and stuff. So I want to make sure everyone kind of is talking to each other face because it gets a little weird talking to little blank screens with names on them. So if you're able to, I'd really appreciate if you could have your camera on today. Let's see here. Let's get to the. Oh no, that's not the page. That's not the page I want. No, that's not the page. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'll share my screen real quick with you guys. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Our daily news we got going on right here. Let's go get to the right slide. Okay, so any volunteers to read for us? Any volunteers to read the daily news for us? Aaliyah, I see a hand up. Thank you, kiddo.
Hello. Wait. Hello, DOS kiddos. Today we are going to get our first project underway. Once we have completed our DET, we will make sure our charts are completed from last class and prep the project. Then we will begin the project by identifying the problem and trying to solve it as scientists. Thanks, Mr. DOS.
Nice read, kiddo. Thank you, thank you. So it says learning objective is students will be able to prepare their project and tackle a problem as though they were scientists. So we've got our DET, and then we've got to prep our STEAM chart just to make sure that we all did that last class. And then we're going to solve a problem as a scientist today. So homework that's due, your index card and tape, since we're going to use that today. Again, if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. But if you do, great. Because you'll get to actually do this, and that's the fun part. So I'm gonna flip back to our homepage here. We're gonna do our DET. Who just joined? Let's see, waiting room. Who's up? And then it is day 5 today, like the Daily News said. Just so you guys know, on Monday, the rotation starts back over, so you'll be back to day 1, okay? But today we're doing day 5. So click on day 5, click on 8/13, because that is the date. And then go ahead, take the quiz. It's 5 minutes long. If you guys want to, you can pull up that page in the modules that says how we use Canvas, because this is questions about that stuff, making sure that you remember what colors represent what. Aaliyah, do you have a question, dear?
So when I went on my DET from day 5, it just said take the quiz, and I pressed it, and it just like took me
Did it just start?
to yeah, it kind of took me to the day 5 DET quiz.
Yeah, and then you clicked on the date, and then you clicked take quiz. Mine says preview, but then you clicked on take the quiz.
I just pressed take the quiz, and it brought me to, I think, another one.
What's the question on that one?
The first one is, what color of text means to copy and write down every word in that color in your engineering notebook?
That's the right one. You're in the right place.
Okay.
So like I said, DET, since you're allowed to use your notes, if you want to go back to that page in the modules, open it up and see what it says about blue, black, red, or green text, then you may. Just make sure you get all that done and all those questions answered in 5 minutes, okay?
Mr. Doss,
Yes.
how do you get there again?
Go to, let me get to the home page here. So from the home page, you click on the DET sign right there,
Mhm.
then click day 5, and then 813, and then take quiz.
Thank you.
No problem, kiddo.
Are we gonna build our things today?
Yep. Oh, I didn't put my timer on. Let's see here. I don't know. Okay, so see here. Go back to this. No longer moderating. Just go back. Okay, so so okay, so it says here, okay, on the first question, it said what color of text means to copy and write down every word in that color in your engineering notebook. Someone just shout it out. Unmute themselves and shout it out.
Blue.
Blue, very good. So anything that's written in blue, you guys, that is your clue to write whatever is in blue down in your engineering notebook. It's like telling you to write down some notes or write down an answer. So it says, number 2, what color of text represents something that you have to do?
Red.
Red, very good, very, very good. Okay, red means some sort of action that it wants you to do. Number 3, what color text is the most overlooked color of text, even though you are expected to read it?
Black.
Black.
Black,
Black.
very good. So remember, do not forget to read the black words. Okay, just because it doesn't have a fancy color or anything like that, and it's the default color, don't overlook that. Which type of heading do you underline in your engineering notebook?
Sub.
Very good, subheadings. And then which type of heading are you supposed to write in extra large font and put a box that is 5 blocks or lines tall?
Major heading.
Major.
Major headings, very good. So
Major heading.
there we go, very good, very good. Okay, so did someone just yell out just a random sound? Let's see here. So I am going to get us to our next thing here. So let's go to is this our home page? There we go. Yes. And then I'm going to go to modules. So go to this, and then click on let's see here, Steam Notes chart. There we go. So this is where you were supposed to leave off last class. I asked if you could make this chart on a separate sheet of paper, okay, and have it set up like this. If you forgot to do that, okay, it's not the end of the world. Just do it now, okay? You're making this chart on a piece of notebook paper. You can have it take up you can have it take up the whole page if you want. It says STEAM across the top, and then it's divided into 6 sections. One of them is problem, and then each section after that is what STEAM stands for. So scientist, technologist, engineer, artist, mathematician. Okay, because this project that we're starting today is going to be give you guys the chance. It's going to take several days. It's probably going to take today and then all of next week to do all the parts. But we are going to figure out what the problem is, and then we're going to look at it through a science or scientist lens. Then we'll look at it as an engineer, or actually after that it'll be a mathematician. Then we'll look at it as an engineer, then as an artist, and as a technologist. So just keep that in mind. So again, if you haven't made this chart, make this chart, or you lost the chart that you made on when you had me last on Tuesday, that's okay. So just make it again. But try to keep track of all this stuff, because once we are back in the classroom, hopefully, or if it's not back in the classroom, once we get those engineering notebooks whenever they come into the school, and we can then get them delivered to you. Or not really delivered to you, but someone can pick them up, then we will be rolling. Because all these loose like pieces of notebook paper have to cause you stress. So anyways, so if you would like to follow along, I'm going to be going through some slides in the Google Slides presentation. Okay, so if you would like to go along, I recommend you go back to this page. Again, this page says, what is STEAM slide presentation? Okay, because if you remember, we said the way Canvas is set up is at the beginning of every unit, I put the Google Slides presentation with all the slides that we're going to cover, okay, at the very beginning, so you can go along. So if I click next, but you weren't done with something, copying something down, okay, you can look at this and go back to it, okay? Let's see here. So I'm going to pull up mine because then I can make it full screen on my screen. That's the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So, does everyone have another piece of notebook paper handy? This one, a blank one? Okay, good. So a new sheet of notebook paper handy that you can write on. Okay. And at the very top of that new notebook paper, okay, you're going to make this major heading. Notice it says copy here. Okay, it wants you to copy this down. Okay, but it's in a box, so it's a major heading because major headings go at the start of a new unit or section. So it says here, okay, Unit 1, Introduction to STEM/STEAM. How STEAM creates our world. Okay, that is the sort of title of this unit. So make sure you make a box that is 5 lines tall. And inside that box, write Unit 1.1, Introduction to STEM/STEAM, how STEAM creates our world. Okay.
So write this down.
What was that?
We write this down.
Yep, write it down, make it a major heading. So put it in a box that's 5 lines tall. Okay, and then your code word is going to be to indicate that you have it done. Put in the chat, type unicorn. And that way I know you are done with copying that down.
What's today's date?
Today's date is 8/13. It is my wife's 30th birthday.
Tell her I said happy birthday.
Will do.
Me too.
Will do. If I'm awake when she gets home. I had to get up at 5 to make her breakfast. Now I'm exhausted. Okay, so I've got 2 unicorns so far. Oh, 3 unicorns so far. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 unicorns. Okay, I've got 14 unicorns and $19 people in here. Turn your camera on and wave your hands like crazy if you're a unicorn. Okay, I got some unicorn. Oh, Samaya, that's your level of crazy. We gotta. Kamari's like, I'm in the back seat of my car. I can't. If I do that, I'm gonna cause a wreck. There we go. If you don't want to act crazy, then you can just go like this and act like a unicorn. So, all right. I think most of us at least are done. So, so this is the heading for our new section, and then and this section is going to be all about our project here. So, next here. So, it says, how is each part of STEAM needed to solve a problem? The 6-column chart should be copied into your engineering notebook. If you haven't copied this down, do it now. You should have made this, like I said already, because that chart is this chart. So make sure you have that chart down. But now you're going to make this chart. So underneath your major heading that you said unit 1.1 on, okay, right underneath that, I want you to copy this chart onto that same sheet of paper, but only make it half the sheet of paper. You don't have it fill up the whole sheet. Only have it go down half the sheet, okay? Because that way you still have room to write some notes down, okay? But this chart, copy that down on that piece of paper with your major heading on it already.
So we're just copying this chart down on our
Yep.
paper?
Because this is going to be it's like our data table.
Okay.
Okay, because these words on here probably make no sense to you. Two-fold method, half and half method, flat roll method. Okay, and you'll learn what they mean. But you're gonna but yeah, so just copy that down. So while you guys are copying that chart down, I will be right back.
Why do I feel like we had Explore Innovations yesterday? Am I in the right class?
All right. So those who are done copying down the chart, hold it up to the screen, just so I can check to make sure you're all good. And then I will say your name, and if I say your name, you're all good. So Aaliyah, you're good. Samaya, you're good. Ellie, you're good. And I'm sorry I have the camera so close to my face. I'm old. I have to squint to look at what you're showing me on your cameras. All right, Kamari, is that, do you have the stuff on the side, like the twofold method and the half and half method thing? There's a chat. Let's see here. All right, Carla, back it up a little bit. I can't quite see everything. Yep, you're good. Let's see here. All right, Sonia, you're good. Pilar, does that thumbs up mean that you're good? That you know and you did it? All right, Jalicia looks good. Daniela looks good. Catherine, do you want to show me real quick?
You want me to show you the paper?
Yeah. Taryn, you're good. Good. Put it closer. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're good. Ben, you're good. You're good. Kamari, you're good. Kamari, I am so impressed that you are attending class while in the car. That shows dedication. Let's see here. Anybody else still working? Trinity, did I see yours?
See what?
Did I see yours? Did you put yours up on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I can't remember now who all. So Adriana, you are good? All right, just go. I'll wait for you, kiddo. Koopa, you are good, kiddo.
What about polishing your skin? Exfoliated body polish. Do this. Wow, it's very creamy.
Get up here. Wait, where's Christ Tall?
Polishing your skin. Silky and
Christ
smooth.
Tall was here.
Dove exfoliating body polish. Exfoliates and nourishes.
Bless you, Ellie. All right. Jessica, once you're done, you can show me, and then we'll have everyone move on. Come on, you showed me yours, right? Did you not? Oh, show me yours. Sorry about that. I thought you had. Yep, you're good. There's a little space underneath there to write some notes, so that's good. Are we close, Jessica? Jessica, did you say? Nope. Okay, so Jessica, I'm gonna have you. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's see here. Put it a little bit closer. Yep, you're good. You're good. Okay, so I'm gonna move along here. The next part. Okay, so our problem is what I'm gonna call the book stack. Okay, now this is why this is gonna be a challenge to do from home, but I want you to get to, and if the data is all messed up, that's okay. Because truth is, we all are going to have different stuff that we're trying to use as weights, because we don't all have the same exact stack of books available to us. But basically, you're going to need to hold a lot of weight with very little materials or time. So, well, that's all fine and dandy. Like, yay them. They got 3 books that they can hold up. I'm not talking about that amount of weight. I'm talking about a lot of weight. I want to see you guys be able to stack a lot of books, okay, using just note cards. So we are going to start this project, okay, because this is going to be a simulation of real life, because truth is this, okay? This question, how do we hold something very heavy with the smallest amount of material possible, is something that people are asked to do often, okay? Like, think of a bridge that cars have to go across some body of water, okay? You know who builds the bridge and who pays for the bridge? Does anyone know? Does anyone think they know, maybe?
The mayor?
Well, the mayor signs off on it, so that's true. But who's paying for it? Everyone. Okay, because
Taxes.
like that to happen, it's through your taxes. Okay? And so, because it's paid through your taxes, okay, people want to make sure that they're not overspending the money, because then that means spending more money. So people get upset over those things. So, okay, people are asked, okay, you need to build this bridge, and it better hold a lot of weight so people don't die, so that trucks can cross the river, okay, and the bridge won't collapse. But you better be able to do it as cheap as possible. Okay, so that's what we're going to explore here. We are going to try and figure out what what structure can we build that can hold the most amount of weight, but at the same time use the least amount of materials. So, okay, so we're going to look at this as a scientist. So I hope you guys make sure you copy down, pull up that chart that you made last class. Okay, that one that said STEAM, and then had those 6 sections, because that first section says problem. Okay, I want you to copy down what the problem is that we're investigating. And again, that problem is, how do we hold something very heavy with the smallest amount of material possible? And then in the scientist section, I want you to copy down what it says right here. Okay, a scientist studies the world and they conduct experiments on it. So the question the scientist would ask in regards to that problem is, which fold and shape combination is the strongest? Okay, because what you're going to be doing is, as you saw in those pictures, okay, you're going to use your note cards. You're going to have to try different ways of folding the note card into different shapes to try and hold as much weight as possible. And we're going to find out which one is the strongest. Okay. So there's a specific fold and a specific shape that we're going to test. We're going to find out what was that?
My note cards are at my house.
If you don't have them with you, that is okay. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, I can't like force everybody to go out and get note cards, because one, I don't want to put anybody in harm's way to have to go out to the store and risk getting COVID. I don't want anybody have to spend money on something if they don't want to spend money on it, because truth is, if you were at school, I would give you the note cards. Okay, but that's just not our situation right now. So I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't have your supplies. Yep, Aaliyah?
At my house, we don't have any note cards.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So you won't get to build it, but you'll be in a group, and I'll make sure that some of your partners have them, so that then they could do it and you guys can talk about it and talk each other through it. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to be demonstrating most of these too. So did everyone copy down though that problem in the section on the scientist? You're still doing that, Aaliyah? That's okay.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, that's okay. So copy that down, you guys, in that chart.
Wait, are we copying the scientist down now?
Yes, that as well. Yep. Oops. Sorry. All right. All righty. You good? We all good? Yeah, I got most done. Not Kyla. Okay, you're good. You can keep going. All right. Just give me a wave, Kyla, when you're done, because is this not everyone? Oh, there we go. All righty, cool. So next, so in a sense, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to be like an ant. We're gonna try and be able to hold a lot of weight with little material, because ants, I don't know if you guys know this, can hold and carry things that are like 20 times their size and weight. I don't know what the exact thing is, but you don't have to write any of this stuff in. This is just me kind of giving you examples of things that hold a lot of weight but are pretty small, relative and small in size. And this bridge, because these columns are holding that up. But so for this part, okay, you guys are going to get to be kind of role playing here. You guys are going to get to have different roles, things like that, where you all are doing different fields of study in STEAM. And so we're going to focus on science first. Okay. And so again, S stands for science. I have these two little kind of memes and GIFs for science. As a former science teacher, I love both of these because they explain science so well. Okay, the only difference between science and messing around is in science, you have to write it down because you document. And I think it's so cool that using science, he knows he can do that and it'll come right back at the same spot and he doesn't have to worry about it hitting him in the face. So, but you're going to work with the basically two other groups because I'm going to divide you guys into 3 groups. Okay. And then each group is going to build different shapes of different folds and heights. So we can test which one is the strongest. So there are different folding types, but also there are 4 different shapes. Okay. So the shapes are triangles, squares, equal L, and circles. I know you guys know triangles, squares, and circles, but equal L is literally just like it's in the shape of an L. Okay, it's like a half a square. Got this. So, what time is it right now? It's 2:02. Okay. Technically, we have this goes till 2:10, and then we have like 20 minutes of small group time, but we're not going to use all that time because we're going to get everything set, and I don't want to rush data collection. And so we'll get everything set up, ready to go, so that we can, at the start of next class, after the DET, we can actually conduct the experiment, okay? So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 breakout rooms. Okay, there are how many people here? Let me look at my, where's my menu here? There are 18 of us here, so that means there'll be 3 groups of 6. Okay? When you go into the breakout room, don't freak out. Okay? I don't think that class is suddenly over because Mr. Dawes is not in the Zoom room with you. Okay? What you're going to do is I'm going to go into and visit each breakout room, and I'm going to tell that group what fold method you guys have to use. Okay? And then when I assign that fold method to you, on the piece of paper with your data table on it, the one that said like the different shapes and the different fold methods, underneath that, I want you to copy the diagram that you see here only for the one that I'm assigning you to. Okay? So what I mean by that is one group, I'm going to say you guys have to do the two-fold method. Okay? So you would copy this diagram right here. Another group, I'm going to say you have to do the half and half again method. So you would have to draw and copy this diagram on that paper. And then the third group, I'll tell you that you're the flat roll method. Okay? And you have to copy that diagram right there on the bottom. Okay? And then once you have that diagram copied down, okay, you have my permission to leave the meeting. Okay? And then you can have some time between now and your next class because, like I said, I don't want to rush the data collection. I'm also going to show each group, even though the diagrams show you, I want to show you in person how you would fold your note cards. Kyla?
If you don't have index cards, do you just like write it on a piece of paper or just not write it?
You still, yeah, even the people with index cards, they still have to write it. They have to,
Okay.
like, it's like you're writing like instructions almost, like
If you
a
don't
diagram, if someone were to have to do it too,
If you
from
don't
their
have
notes. So everyone has to write it, and then the people with note cards will actually get a chance to fold it.
Okay.
Okay? So I am, let's see here. So I'm going to make these breakout rooms. And I can only be in one breakout room at a time. So while I'm not in the room, you guys can talk. And then you guys can kind of talk to each other and figure out who has note cards and who doesn't. So let's see here. I've created the room, open all rooms. I'm going to join room 1. Okay. So let's see here. So this group, you're my group 1. So you guys are my group who's going to do the two-fold method. Okay, so I'm going to write down this group is Peyton, Catherine, Iman, Kyla, Sonia, and Jessica. Okay, so all right. So for you guys, who here has index cards? Anybody? I got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I got 3 of you guys who have them. So one of you guys will end up having to do 2 different shapes since there are 4 shapes total. And there are only 3 people with note cards, so one of you will have to do like a circle and square while the other ones do the equal L, and triangle. Okay, but so the way you guys fold yours is, here's your note card, and according to that diagram, the first fold is like hamburger style. Okay, and then the second fold is from the bottom up. Okay, and so then what you do with this is now you have your note card that's folded, and then you take this folded note card and then shape it into either a square, or like you fold it then into a square or into the equal L or the circle or the triangle. So like if I was like the equal L, I would fold it like that so that then it was equal L. Or if I was a square, I'd have to kind of, let's see here, fold it like that, and so it was a square. Okay, so the initial fold method is how they're going to be different, because the other groups are going to do a circle, triangle, square, and equal L2, but their initial folds are the ones that are going to, how they're going to be different. Okay, so you can practice that. We are going to actually like get all of them folded and then do the experiment next class. But as long as you copy down the diagram of your fold method, and again, it's this thing right here. So this diagram. Did someone have a question though?
So we copied that, like we copied the
Just the one for you, which is the two-fold method.
Oh, okay.
So only that one. Okay? You don't have to do the diagrams down here, because that's not your fold method. Only up here, this first one. Okay? And I have to leave, so my screen's no longer going to be able to be shared with you. But do you guys remember like how you can pull up the presentation from the module? Yes? Okay. So then you can pull it up there, and then when you guys are done copying that diagram underneath the data table that you made, that chart, then you are good and you can leave class. Sound good? See you guys. All right. Here we go. All right. So room 2 is Aaliyah. Then we got Ellie, Adriana, Taryn, Samaya, and Kupa. So hello. Oh, you have a question? Aaliyah, what's up,
It's
kiddo?
not a question, but not to rat anybody out, but Koopa is in 8th grade.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. This class, there's not any requirements or anything like that. So this would normally be a 6th grade class, but since this is the first year it's offered, kids who didn't get the chance to take it have the option to request it. And so kids in other grades can request to take this class because it wasn't offered to them when they were 6th graders. It's kind of like how girls can play boy sports if a girl version of that sport is not offered. So, let's see here. So we've got so for you guys, you are group 2. So you guys your folding method is going to be the half and half again method. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys again. So you can see which one you guys are going to be required to do. And speaking of that, who are my index card people who have them? Who in this group has them? So I've got one. Uh-oh, is that it? We only have one person in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So Samaya, are you okay with doing all the folds? And
But
then
when I go
everyone
back
can
to my
kind of
mom's
watch you
house-
do it and kind of see how you do it?
But when I go back to my mom's house, I'll probably have to index cards if she works from home.
Or, oh, and Taryn, you said that you can get yours when you're at home. So
Mhm.
would you be able to get yours between now and Monday? You'll be at home at some point between now and Monday?
Well, when I'm at my mom's house, I can get her and bring it over here. Her grandmother's house.
Okay, and are you going to be there this weekend?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just do that. So then,
Yeah.
because we're not actually going to do the experiment today, so that's okay. Because what I'm going to tell you guys real quick. Oops. There we go. So what I want for you guys to do on that paper where you drew the data table that had like the different shapes and fold methods, okay, underneath it, draw the diagram that shows you how to fold for the half and half again method. So that's the middle one. And so I can kind of show you on camera too how it's, I can't even see myself, so I don't even know. Okay. It tells you half and half again. So the way that works is you take your note card, fold it in half hamburger style. And then it says half again. So you take it and fold it one more time that same direction. So then you have a note card that's like this. Okay. And then what you're going to do, okay, is once you have this, then you fold it into the shape that you'll have to fold it. So like say it's a triangle. So then you take that and you fold this piece of paper, okay, into a triangle like that. Okay. Oh God, that's not a good triangle, but yeah. And then, or if it's into a square, okay, like that.
Wait, where do we put that?
Okay. So the diagram, you put that diagram, like you draw that where it shows you how to fold it, just underneath the data table that you made and copied. Okay.
So the next page.
So yeah, if you don't have any room on that page, then yes, you can, the next page. And then but once you've copied that diagram down, you guys, you can leave the class and have some time between now and when your next class starts at 2:40, okay? I am going to, let's see here, is anyone? I'm going to go to breakout room number 3. So what's going to happen is when I leave, you can't see this diagram anymore. But do you guys all remember how you can pull up the presentation on Canvas? Do you guys remember how to do that? Okay, so I'm going to leave, and then if you need to still pull the presentation up to see how to fold it, go ahead and do that. So I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, breakout room number 3. Thank you guys for being patient as I talk to the first 2 breakout rooms. You guys all here? Nobody
Yeah.
deserted me?
Yeah.
All right, can we get cameras on so I can talk to you guys and you guys can kind of know who each other is also? Okay. So who's stressed? Anybody?
You said who's stressed?
Yes, who's stressed?
The only thing that
Don't be
I mean,
stressed.
I'm not stressed. It's sometimes you talk really fast in class, so can't understand.
You said I talk really fast? All right, call me out when I'm talking fast. Hey, Mr. Goss, slow down. Okay, I'm here for you. So don't ever hesitate. Okay, I have a tendency to do that. I get really excited. I'm kind of a dork like that, so I don't ever hesitate to be like, Mr. Doss, slow it down, dude, because again, I'm here for you guys. But what we're gonna do here, okay? So you are group 3, and so the note card, or I guess first off, who in this group has note cards? Anyone? Anyone got them? I don't see any hands
That's
going up.
cool. That's what I think make everybody stressed with.
Okay, so no one in this group has note cards. So
Supposed to get some today.
okay, you're gonna get them today.
Mhm.
Okay, that works. That's fine. If you get them today, that's fine. And as long as one of you has it, like Kamara, you're not gonna be annoyed if you have to like be the one that kind of folds the note cards and everything, are you? You seem like a pretty nice kid who'd be willing to kind of show off what you do. All right, thank you, kiddo. So what I'm gonna have you guys do today, because we're not actually doing the experiment yet, because I don't want to rush us through the data. So what you're gonna do is you guys, because you're the third group, have to use the flat roll method. Okay, it says using a ruler, but I'm not gonna like require you to get that precise with your folds. Just eyeball what you think an inch is. And so the way that diagram shows how you would fold your note card is you take 1 inch, fold it in, okay? And then you would fold it in again 1 inch. Fold it in again 1 inch. And you keep doing that until you can't fold it 1 inch anymore. Okay? And so then you take this note card that you folded, and then you fold it into whatever shape you need it to be. So like, if you were to make a triangle, you would take what you have and then just make it into a triangle. Like that, okay? Or if it was a circle, you would just connect both ends, tape them together, and it's a circle, okay? Or a box, or if it's the equal L, it's just like that, okay? So, but that's all you do. So, but the other groups are making the same shapes as you, but your initial fold method is what's different, okay? So what you're gonna do, just the only thing you have to do today is copy that diagram that shows you how to fold using the flat fold or flat roll method. Copy that diagram underneath the data chart that you made that said the shapes and the fold methods on it. Underneath that, because I told you to just use half a sheet, the bottom half, draw this diagram like you're drawing it to have instructions for someone else to follow. Okay, so you're going to draw that diagram on your on that half sheet of paper, and then you're done for today. Okay, and then just don't lose that half sheet of paper, because then we're going to collect data. So make sense? Yes, no, maybe so.
You do that now.
Yeah, copy that now. You don't have to do all of the diagrams, just the one for the fold method you're doing. And then once you're done with that, you can peace out and have a little bit more time between this class and your next one.
So after we get done with this, we can leave.
Yep, so after you draw that diagram, you're good to go.
Okay.
Is it the two-fold method or which one is it?
You are the flat roll method. I've got Trinity, I've got Kamari, Daniela, Pilar, Alicia. Kamara, you can, if you're done, and Pilar, if you're done,
I'm
you
done.
are fine.
I'm done.
All right, then you guys can peace
Bye.
out. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Okay, bye.
See you guys. Take care.
Bye.
All right, then you're good to go, Daniela. I'll see you on Monday.